Hello, programmers. Welcome to my new series, Learn Python Step by Step. My name is Amir and I'm a senior programmer. This is part 2, Install and Configure Python Step by Step. In the previous session, we learned about the introduction of Python. In this session, we will learn what are the different versions of the Python and how to download and install Python from the official website www.python.org. And also we will learn how to set up the path for the Python. And finally, we will learn after completion of the Python, how can we verify the Python has been successfully installed in our local system. First of all, we'll learn what are the different versions of the Python has been released till now. If you see on my screen, the first edition of the Python has released in 1990s around with the name, Python v0.1.0. And later on, John 1994, Python v1 version has been released with the v1.0.0 and Python v1.1.0. This is the first version that what we will call it. Okay, that is the first version with the version 1 has been released. And after that, in 1995, Python v that is v nothing but version v1.2.0 and v1.3.0 has been released. So if you see on my screen, there are the different version has been released on particular dates. But Python version 2 that with the v2.0.0 has been released in October 2000 and v2.7.0 has been released in 2009. At the same time in 2009, Python version v.3.1 has been released. The reason behind that v2.7.0 and 3.1 has been released at the same time with the giving with the some of the patches over there and giving the same with the different versions with the different features has been released. Now the latest version in 2018 version 3.6.6 has been released. If you observe in October 2018, the latest version of the Python, that is 3.7.1 version, has been released right now. Now what we are going to do, the latest version 3.7.1 we are going to install in our local system. Go to the browser and type python.org. Once the official website of the python.org has been opened, you can find options downloads. So you can see under the downloads you are having all releases, or else what you can see on the right hand side, you can see the download for Windows. We can install Python in multiple operating systems. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on all releases, or I'm going to download the latest version for Windows. Because of my operating system is Windows, that's the reason I'm going to download Python 3.7.1. I have already downloaded the Python version. This is the Python 3.7.1 version that I have downloaded, and I'm going to install and configure in my local system. Let me double click on the Python 3.7.1. Once it has been opened, you can see the features over here. What are the things that are nothing but the default settings that are going ahead over here. If you see the installation that where the installation path has to be installed, and you can see C users, my desktop, my laptop name, or where exactly the app data, local programmers, and the Python with the 37 and 32. This is the path where it is going to be installing. And also if you see the includes ideal pip on the documentation, it will be going ahead and creating the shortcuts. But if you see on the bottom side, there are the two options, two checkboxes what we are having. The first thing is that install launcher for all the users recommended and add Python 3.7 to the path. This is nothing but the second option. If you see it has been unchecked, that the thing is that we have to configure or we have to set up the path on our own. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to select this option add Python. So automatically it will add the path in the environment variable. I will show you this where it is going to be adding this add Python to. If you want to configure or customize the installation, then you can go ahead and you can customize these things. Okay, as of now, that what I'm going to do, I'm going to install it without anything, or else let me show you that how to customizable installation. So over here, if you see the optional features, one is the documentation, where the documentation is installed, and the pip The pip is nothing but Python install packages or install pip installs Python. So this is the things that what we're having. But the thing is that if you see over here, Python packages installs pip. This is the main of pip, and the TCL and TK and ideal. These are the related development environments purpose. These packages are going to be installing. And if you see Python test suite, Python launcher for all the users, and also for all users require the evaluation. These are all the things that we are going to be installed as part of this. I'm going to click on next. And if you see the advanced options, install for all users, associate file paths with Python, creating shortcuts, add Python to the environment. If you see at the starting time, whatever the Python add path, this is the same Python to the environment variable. This is nothing but the path that we are going to set it out in our local system. Okay, and also pre-compiler standard. If you want all these things, you can go ahead and downloading debug binaries requires Visual Studio 2015. So as of now, I don't have in Visual Studio 2015 in my system or later version in my desktop or the laptop. What I'm going to do, I'm not selecting this checkbox to compile or to download the debug binaries. So I'm just giving the as it is the default settings which I don't want to disturb this Python, and then I'm going to click on install. It will take a little bit over there. I'm going to click on yes. It will take a little time to install and configure on my local system. Now, Python for Windows setup was successful on my local system. Okay. Now let assume I'm going to click on close. Now let assume I forgot to give the add path to the environment variable. I have not selected that checkbox so that my Python won't work on my local system. I can't work on Python. So what I have to do, I have to set up the path in the environment variables. How can I go ahead and set the environment variables? Go to my computer, and this is a Windows 10 that I'm using. I'm going to this PC and I'm going to click on the properties, right click on properties, go to advanced settings. There you will find environment variables. Okay, click on the environment variables, and if you see there's the option, you can see user variables and system variables. Now I'm going to click on these are all the environment variables. I'm going to select the Python and I'm going to edit it. Okay, if you see over here for the Windows 7 that will find it all these things at a time. But if you see over here, C uses my desktop or the laptop path, which we have selected, all these things are over there, along with scripts or scripts also that I'm having over here, both the path. Now let me go ahead and let me copy this and let me open this path. If you see over here, this is the path which I have given to download and install all the things. I can see the Python, the related DLLs and all the things, application shortcuts, the scripts, whatever we are having. If you see easy to install 3.7 PAP, 3.7 PAP, these are all the things that in the path. These two paths, one is the scripts path, another one Python 37-32. These two things we have to include in our path along with the previous variables. Okay, if you see the variable value that I'm having up to script as well as the C user, that this both paths has been included over there. Okay, if you have not given add path over there in the environment variables, you have not selected the checkbox, you have to give manually over here. Okay, and I'm going to click on OK. From there, I'm again click on OK, and then I'm going to click on OK for the system properties, and I'm closing this. Now we have installed successfully, we have set the path successfully in the environment variables, but how can I verify that my Python is successfully installed in my local system? Yes, I can see that by using the screen that I can know that I have installed successfully, but what kind of packages, what kind of version has been installed on my local? How can I go ahead and find it out? Now, what I have to do, I have to go for the command prompt. From the Windows, I'm using, I have open command prompt and I'm doing run as administrator by clicking on the command prompt and I'm clicking on click on S. Now, what are the two? I have already shown you the commands over there, right? What is the version? How can I find it out? The version Python hyphen the version. I'm going to click on enter. You can see over here, once the output is Python 3.7.1 has been installed on my local system. Okay, and what are the packages has been installed on my local laptop or the local system? What I can do, I can use the command pip. Now, if you see over here, let me expand this window. Now, if you see, what are the commands? Pip commands, install, download, uninstall, free. These are all the list of the commands and the general options which are having for the Python. If you want to exit it, just simply go ahead and exit. In this session, we learned what are the different versions of the Python, and also we learned how to install and configure Python, and also we have verified what version that have installed on our local and what are the pip packages has been installed on our local system. In the next session, we will learn how to write our first program, Hello World. Thank you for watching Python tutorials. We'll see you in the next session.